بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه. ربنا يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح يا عليم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. آمين يا رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ Are you feeling okay? Alhamdulillah. We thank and we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once again, we have come. Have we come or were we brought? Is this mic loud? Is it clear? It sounds like there's lots of feedback. Hey, it's fine. Did we come or were we brought? We came. I think we were brought. Allah brought us, isn't it? None of us truly came. If you think about it, all of the reasons for us not to have come, when Allah brought us, Allah still decided, eh? Okay, you came with a car. MashaAllah. So Allah facilitated. Alhamdulillah. And we thank and we praise Him for that. Alright? So we started a bit earlier this morning, alhamdulillah, of 8 o'clock, which means we had to have been awake from at least 7 o'clock, depending on how quick you can do your business in the toilet. So alhamdulillah, may Allah make it may Allah make it fruitful for us, inshallah. Ameen. Right? Allah won't disappoint us. So there are a few rules in the class. The rules are very, very simple. Right? So for us to memorize, there are a number of things that has to work together. Is that the wind? Yeah. So for us to memorize, there are a number of things that has to work together. What are those things? Anybody? Maaf? Not the old students. Now, Uncle, did we meet already? No. Okay. So you have to firstly, you have to recite aloud. You have to recite aloud. If you're reciting loudly, you won't be able to hear the person next to you, and the person next to you won't be able to hear you. Because that's what we're worried about, right? The person next to us is going to hear how nice our lagu sounds, and they're going to laugh at us, right? But if you recite loudly and the person next to you is also reciting loudly, nobody can hear you. Are you with me? You're only listening to yourself. You'll hear a murmur, but you'll only be listening to yourself. Number 2, when we say look inside, right? It means we have to look at whatever we are memorizing. Whether we can recite or not, still look at it, right? Just to build a picture of what it looks like. And when we say look outside, then you look outside, whatever we are memorizing. Everybody with me? So be strict on yourself. When I say inside, that's the time you're able to look at it. If I say outside, you can no longer look at it. Whether you are stuck, even if you are hacking like with everybody else, it's fine, just don't look inside. Be strict on yourself. If you're strict on yourself, your mind will adjust to that. But if you're going to be lenient on yourself, it's always going to be that struggle. Everybody with me? So be like strict on yourself. And number 3, whatever you are reciting, so when you're reciting aloud, listen to your own voice. Are you with me? So tune into your radio station, not my radio station or our radio station. Are you with me? Tune into your radio station, meaning only listen to yourself recite. Don't listen to everybody else. Everybody with me? Okay, the class setting is slightly different. So whilst everybody is reciting aloud, just be part of the crew. Try to recite as loud as the crowd. Everybody with me? Okay. Assalamu alaikum. The other thing is this, or the most important thing is, don't be scared. Don't say it. Don't be scared. Like I said at the beginning, you never came here. Allah brought you here to memorize, right? Allah has brought us here to memorize the Quran. So if Allah has brought us here to memorize the Quran, Allah wants us to memorize the Quran. Are you with me? So here and then you're going to have a bit of struggles, whatever the case may be. Just persevere, you'll see it will become simple. You just follow those 3 guidelines that I explained earlier and you will see it will become easy. Most students who struggle, they struggle because they recite softly. Everybody with me? Most students who struggle, they struggle because they recite? Say it again. Softly. Alright, so whether you know what you're doing, you can't concentrate, I think just recite loudly and you will see it will become easy. Are you with me? Why must you recite loudly? Lastly, because when you recite loudly, later on, you're able to relate to what you've recited in the morning. Can you hear what I'm saying? If you are not able to relate tomorrow to what you've recited today, then you kind of have to relearn your work. Is everybody with me? But if tomorrow you go over Surah Al-Buruj and you've recited loudly in the class over here, then you can kind of relate. You know what? I remember saying that thing in the class yesterday, and it becomes easier. And when you're familiar with something, you become comfortable with something. Everybody with me? Does it make sense? Okay. Lastly, we're going to start 8 o'clock immediately every week. That's why I was like waiting. In the minute it went 8, I said Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alright? To respect those who come on time, so that we can also develop a culture of coming on time, inshallah. Alright? Okay. Everybody ready? Everybody have the notes in front of them? Yes? Okay. By the way, for those who can't recite, there is a class that takes place on a Tuesday evening at Sekhman Road Masjid. Alright? Presented by Abdullah Forbes also. It's also an accelerated method of how to learn how to recite properly again. Are you with me? So that by Ramadan you can recite your khatam. So from scratch to khatam. Everybody's welcome. It's free of charge. Just come. Alright? Everybody ready? Taking a nice deep breath. Can I have one more? Your stomach must expand, right? Last one. You feeling calmer? Okay. Whatever I say, you have to repeat, right? Unless I say don't repeat. So if I say something, you must repeat it. If I say 3 times, if I do this, 3 times inside, then I do this again, 3 times outside. Just try to do that. Whatever you're reading outside, just try to picture it with your mind. If you recite it, oh sorry, when I say inside, I mean look at the notes. And not inside your bag or something, right? Father? Maaf? Oh yes, that's a good one, shukran. Somehow I can't hear myself nicely on this mic. So I'm forgetting what I'm saying. Now I know everybody can hear me, but I can't hear myself. Have you experienced that before? Yeah, it's a bit weird. Anyways, what is that saying? Yeah, when you're looking outside, don't close your eyes. Don't be like, was-sama, no, look up. Whether you have to look into a daze or a gaze, whatever the case may be, you do that. Everybody with me? Don't look, don't close your eyes. Why do we say don't close your eyes? Because the point of memorizing is to recite in places where you can't walk around with the mushaf. At home you can sit with the Quran. In Canal Walk you can't sit with the Quran. You can't walk with the Quran. You're shopping but you'll be able to recite. You're driving in the traffic in the morning, you can recite your work. Alright? Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Okay, so the concept is 3 times inside, 3 times outside, 1 word at a time. Alright? وَالسَّمَاءِ 3 times inside. Look at it. Say it 3 times loudly inside. Bismillah. Again. Again. Now when you're looking outside, there's only one thing you're supposed to be seeing. What is that? I was going to say the masjid. But okay, was-samai is good. So you're supposed to be saying was-samai, right? Was-samai, 3 times outside, bismillah. Again. Again. MashaAllah. Now we go to the next word. Dhatil. Look at it inside. Again. Again. Okay, now 3 times outside. Again. Again. Okay, so now we added one word, right? So now we have to join the two. Was-samaa'i dhatil. 3 times inside. Again. Last time. And 3 times outside. Again. Again. Buruj. Buruj. Okay, so I see some people not looking inside. Remember, it's a new word, so there's 3 times inside. 3 times inside, right? Buruj. Last time. 3 times outside. Again. Last time. Was-samaa'i dhatil buruj. Inside 3 times. Again. Last time. Three times outside. Again. Last time. MashaAllah. So just read it in, just look at the verse. Alhamdulillah, we memorize one verse. Alright? Everybody say it to them, to their partner quickly once, and the partner say it to them. Okay, that's supposed to be done now, right? Wal-yawmil. I don't have a Quran on my face. People's looking at me. What's the rule? What's the rule? Inside, right? Wal-yawmil. 3 times. Again. Outside. Again. Last time. Maw'ud. 3 times inside. Again. 3 times outside. Again. Last time. وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ. وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ. Last time. Now outside. Again. Last time. Nice. Now inside we're going to put the 2 verses together. I see some people that still want to come in. If the ladies could just move to the front, please. There's no space for some of the ladies. Everybody inside, right? 3 times inside. Listen to what we're going to do now, right? So we're going to join the two together. وَالسَّمَاءِ ذَاتِ الْبُرُوجِ Listen. وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ 3 times inside, just like that. 1, 2, 3, Bismillah. Three times. Again. MashaAllah, 3 times outside. Again. Outside, right? Last time. MashaAllah. Just one more thing. It's not buruj. It's buruj. Buruj. There we go, right? MashaAllah. How does that feel, 2 verses? Feels good? Alhamdulillah. I see people looking at me. What's the rule? Inside, right? Bismillah. 3 times. Again. Last time. Outside. Again. Last time. وَمَشْهُودٌ 3 times inside. Again. Outside. Last time. وَشَاهِدٌ وَمَشْهُودٌ 3 times inside, 3 times outside. Last time. Outside. Last time. Last time. MashaAllah. Next step. Oh, that was outside. Oh, you mean outside. What's the next step? Combine. MashaAllah, right? So Bismillah from the beginning. 1, 2, 3. 3 times inside, 3 times outside. Awesome. That was it. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. How does it feel, Nika? Alhamdulillah. This class sounds very, very nice, MashaAllah. You don't have to say louder, nothing. Everyone's like into it, so it's good. The minute you go loud, whenever you are struggling, just remember that. Whenever you feel it's a bit difficult, just read louder. The louder you read, the easier it will become. Same if you have children that's memorizing also. Your children can't be memorizing hifz or the Quran if they're memorizing softly. It's impossible. Most of the time your children, the issues that they have in a Hafiz school, any of our children doing hifz? Can you understand? They have problems, right? Yeah. Most of the time they have problems, most of the time, right? It's because they recite softly. When they're reciting, they're not listening to themselves. Some of them, yeah, that's one of the things. Anyways, we recite to our partner quickly, wasama, and then from the beginning. And your partner recite to you. Assalamu alaikum. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قتل not قتل أصحاب قتل أصحاب not it's a قاف, right? قتل أصحاب Three times inside. Again. Last time. Outside three times. Again. Last time. Not ashabuna, ashabul. Ukhdud. أخدود. Last time. قتل أصحاب الأخدود. Again. Last time. Outside. Last time. Last time. والسماء ذات البروج واليوم الموعود وشاهد ومشهود قتل أصحاب الأخدود. Three times inside. Again. النار النار. Last time. Outside 3 times. Again. Last time. Dhatil. 3 times inside. Again. Last time. Outside 3 times. Again. Last time. An-nari dhatil. 3 times inside. Again. Last time. Waqud. Again. Last time. 3 times outside. An-nari dhatil waqud. Again. Last time. 3 times outside. Last time. What's the next step? Combine. Bismillah. Can we combine it? 1, 2, 3, go. Outside. MashaAllah. Idhum. 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 Alayha. 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 Idhum alayha. 3 times inside. Again. Last time. 3 times outside. Again. Last time. Qu'ud. Again. Last time. Idhum alayha qu'ud. Again. Last time. Outside. Last time. That was 3 times outside now, right? Okay. From the beginning, Bismillah, 1, 2, 3, go. Just. MashaAllah, pose. Pose for a moment. In my mind, it's like I wanted to have a battle with the chairman over there and these chairmen. These chairmen will win those chairmen. MashaAllah. With your partner quickly, next to you, just recite from the beginning until where we've memorized already. Just recite it quickly once, then we do the next verse. 1, 2, 3, Bismillah. Don't talk other things. Just one time, right? Just recite it once and your partner recites it once, okay? Okay, listen quickly, just pause for one moment, pause for one moment. Pause for one moment. Shh. I don't look like we're going to do another verse. We have 2 more minutes left. This is very, 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 very important what I'm going to tell you now. Alright? So what are we going to do in the week? We're going to go over our work. So it was easier for us now because we had like a crowd with us and we were like all into it and we felt like soldiers, mashallah. And we feel hyped for the nahu. Or do you or don't you? I hope we do, inshallah, right? So what happens is, we make a mistake, then what do? We do this. I make the mistake. I'm reading to my friend next to me, my partner, but then I'm like, no, 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 hukum, hook, waqud. Right? Remember, you have to be strict on yourself. Remember, we want to expand this thing inside you. What's it called? Not the skull. The brain, right? We want to expand the brain so that it can go easily into the heart, inshallah. Alright? Remember, it's like a muscle. If we're going to treat it and be lazy with it, it's not going to grow, it's not going to expand, right? And our abilities is going to remain the same. So, please, when you are going over your work to a partner, you're not allowed to sit with a page. Are you with me? You read, you make the mistakes, they correct you 120,000 times, it doesn't matter. You just take it, think about it, and then you read again. You go over it, read it again. That's how you grow. But every time you make a mistake, you want to, let me see quickly. You're never gonna grow. Put yourself out there, be vulnerable, make mistakes, crash, fly, crash, pick up again, crash. It's fine. But don't do that. Why? Because you're only gonna make yourself weaker. That's number 1. So number 2, some of us don't have partners at home, right? So when you're going over your work, don't sit with a page in front of you. Put a page in the kitchen. You go in the lounge or in the yard, because you will still find a way to look at the page in the kitchen. Alright? You take it away from you, now you read. But if you have self-discipline, inshallah, you keep the page there, you read, and then when you're done with it, now you check the mistakes. Or when you're done, you mark the mistakes, now you read over it, and then you try to read from memory. Everybody with me? Make sense? Any questions? We are already right at the end, 8:33. Any questions? Okay, I'll see you guys next week, inshallah. Subhanallah. Everybody's allowed to go to the class now, inshallah, for the next 2 minutes. So 8:35, the next period starts. Subhanallah, bihamdi, subhanallah. If there's any other questions, I'll be here till 12, inshallah. Subhanallah, bihamdi, subhanakallahumma, bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Subhana rabbina rabbil izzati amma yasifun, salamun ala al-mursalin, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
You find like periods, huh? You know if they're taking a period, you don't teach them, you can teach it to that also. Benji. So you know what you look for. It's in the manual. It's in the manual. That's so cute. So you just go to, so I normally have 2 things in the pen. I'll see if I can do it. Put play it.
Okay, Bismillah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Let's begin the dua together. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ الحمد لله. Alhamdulillah, I'm glad to see many of you were here for the Quran memorization. Alhamdulillah. It's a very good system, and if you keep going, inshallah, you will memorize lots of Quran, inshallah. The consistency is what is the secret. The consistency is the secret. 3 or 4 lines every week, 5 lines every week. Also, as we carry on, then you'll memorize more and more every week, and you'll find it becomes quite easy. Your homework obviously just to recite at home and practice and so on. But alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful method that we used last year as well. Last year they memorized Surah Al-Rahman. So this inshallah will continue. And the idea basically is that some students, mashallah, stay here 5, 6, 7 years at Mizan. So we also want them, when they finish with the whole Quran, they will also memorize a few ajza also, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Everybody well? You okay? Alhamdulillah. Okay, Bismillah. Allah. Did you have homework to do? Maybe you can open your book and just check if you had homework. You can just open your book and check. Maybe you had some homework. You never know, eh? You never know. Okay. Your first piece of homework was worksheet 1.4. So open your books to 1.4. Open your books to 1.4. Open your books to 1.4. Just look at your partner's book, just check if they know where 1.4 is. Just help them page there quickly. Because sometimes they page slowly to make like they're looking for it. Because they didn't actually do their homework, so they just like page slowly. Just to avoid that peer pressure. Just help them find it quickly. Just help them, just help them, help you quickly. I'll show you what 1.4 is. Okay. Then if you see your partner's book looking like this, blank, then look at them in their eyes and make a special dua for them. Ya Allah, please place barakah in this person's time. Just make a special, no really, what are you laughing? You're serious. I mean, some people are so busy they can't do their worksheets, so just make a special dua. Ya Allah, please put barakah in this person's time. Inshallah. Okay. Bismillah, we have the answer sheet, but we'll go through it inshallah verbally. For each word, we're saying 3 things about the word. We're saying the hal. What's the option if you say hal? What's the options when you say hal? Raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. Again, raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. If the word ends with u or u, raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. Then definiteness, what are the options? Ma'arifa, definite, or nakira, indefinite. Say it again. Nakira. Say it again. Ma'arifa, nakira. If there's a al ma'arifa, no al nakira. And the last thing, gender. What's the gender story? Mudhakkar, mu'annath. Again. Mudhakkar, mu'annath. Mudhakkar is masculine, mu'annath is feminine. I don't know if it's mudhakkar or mu'annath. Ta marbuta. So bismillah, the first one is already done. Second one, baladun. What's the hal? All together? Raf'un, definiteness. Nakira, gender. Mudhakkar. So we're saying three things about each word. We're saying three things. We're saying hal, definiteness, gender. Next one, al-bahra, the ocean or the sea. What's the hal? Nasbun. Put al-bahra into raf'un. Make it raf'un. Al-bahru. And make it jarrun. Al-bahri. Good. What's the definiteness? It's ma'rifa. Good. It's definite al-ma'rifa. What's the gender? Mudhakkar. Mudhakkar, masculine. Mudhakkar, masculine. See, keep saying the Arabic word so it becomes familiar. Keep evening class now, say the Arabic words, it becomes familiar. Bismillah, next one, qalbun. What's a qalb? A heart. Qalbun is a heart. What's the plural of qalb? What's on the screen here? What's the plural of qulub? Qulub in hearts. Qalb is one heart, qulub is hearts. So qalbun, what's the hal here? All together? Raf'un, what's the definiteness? Nakira, what's the gender? Mudhakkar. Next one, al-qamari. What's al-qamari? You know it's the same words as the previous page, right? No. Al-qamari, the moon. What's the hal? Jarrun. What's the definiteness? Ma'rifa. And what's the gender? It is mudhakkar. An-nahra, what's a nahra? A river, what's the hal? All together? Nasbun, what's the definiteness? Ma'rifa, what's the gender? It is mudhakkar. Next one, shajaratun. What's the hal? Raf'un. How do you make it into nasbun? Make it into nasbun. Shajaratan, make it into jarrun. Shajaratin, good. Definiteness? Nakira, no al means indefinite. What's the gender? It is mu'annath. Next one, an-nasa. What's the hal? Is it nasbun or nasbun? Nas or nas? Not no. Nas. Is it na or no? Nasbun, good. Nasbun. I'm joking with you. And what's the definiteness? Ma'rifa. What's the gender? Mudhakkar. Ayatan. Ayatan means a verse or a sign. The plural of ayatan is ayat. Ayat, plural. One is ayah. Ayatan is a verse or a sign. What's the hal? Nasbun altogether? Nasbun, what's the definiteness? It is nakira. What's the gender? Mu'annath. Next one, amalun. Amalun means an action. Amalun, what's the hal? Raf'un. Because of the raf'un. What's the definiteness? Nakira, because no al. And what's the gender? Mudhakkar. Al-alimi. What's the hal? Jarrun. What's the definiteness? Ma'rifa, because of the al. What's the gender? Mudhakkar. Jannatin, last one. What's the hal? It's jarrun. What's the definiteness? Nakira. And what's the gender? Mu'annath. Okay. 1.5 was also for homework. Maybe the person needs some more to ask, especially 1.5 is a long one. But 1.5 you'll mark for homework. We gave you an answer sheet, you'll mark it for homework, inshallah. Okay, let's look at the screen quickly. Summary. Quick summary. If you know this and you're up to scratch. We learned 3 things about the ism. 3 things. The first thing we learned was hal. What are the 3 hals? Raf'un, nasbun, jarrun. Then we said for each hal, there's a sign at the end of the word. So far we did the single ism. What's the sign for raf'un? A dhamma, a or un, a dhamma. What's the sign for nasbun? Fatha, or an an at the end. And what's the sign for jarrun? Kasra, a e or in. What's the second thing we did about the ism? Definite or indefinite. In Arabic, what do we call definite? We call definite ma'arifa. What do you call indefinite? Nakira. How do you know if a word is definite? What at the beginning, what at the end? Al at the beginning, no tanween at the end. How do you know if a word is indefinite? No al at the beginning, no tanween at the end. Now what's this? This is tanween, yes. No al at the beginning and there is a tanween at the end. Okay. Baytun, waladun and so on. What's the third thing we learned, the last thing? Gender. How many genders are there in Arabic? Which are? Masculine and feminine. In Arabic there are? Mudhakkar, masculine, and mu'annath, feminine. How do you know if a word is mudhakkar or mu'annath? If it's a ta marbuta at the end, then the word is mu'annath. And if it's no ta marbuta, for now the word is mudhakkar, but we'll get some details inshallah. Bismillah. Okay. I think we'll leave it for now. Okay, we can do it quickly. No, we can leave it inshallah. So the gender thing, I only gave you half the story last week. Now I must give you the other half of the story. So you with me? Are you all with me? Are you settled? Allah. Are you ready for this? You ready? What was last week's story? You know, sometimes people's events change, the versions change after time. So last week's version was that if there was a ta marbuta at the end, it's feminine. And if there's no ta marbuta, it's masculine. That's not actually true. Completely. Okay. That's I made some omissions. I don't lie. I just made some omissions. Okay. So Bismillah. We learned the same thing a bit differently now. It's actually in Arabic. We're going to say like the default of a word is masculine. The default is masculine, except if it has something. So you know the one exception. If the default is masculine, except if it has what at the end? Ta marbuta. You understand what I mean? You're on the same page. The default is what? Masculine, except if it has a ta marbuta at the end. You're with me? Is that okay so far? The default is masculine, except if there is a ta marbuta. But there are more stuff also. But ta marbuta is like the main one. The others isn't so main. This is the main one. But the other one is that if it has this here, that is a ya with no dots. A ya with no dots is actually like a alif. For example, the word, how do you read that word there? How do you read this word here? Taqwa. Taqwa. So if you have a word with a ya with no dots, that also makes the word feminine. You're good so far? That madya, that taqwa. Think of another one quickly. I can't think of another one now. Anyway. if it ends with this, an alif, and next to it a hamza. Like for example, the word bayda, bayda means white, bayda. If it ends with alif and a hamza, then the word is feminine. So I'm just adding now. That's all we're doing. We said last week, we said just ta marbuta, this week we're adding some more. We're saying that the default of the word is, the default is what? Masculine mudhakkar, except if there's something at the end. What at the end? Ta marbuta, yeah, with no dots, and the alif and the hamza. But there's more. Ready for more? You're still processing? There's more. Female names. Okay, let me ask us. Raise your hand if you are female and your name ends with that. No, it can't be three of you. Do you know your name is spelled in Arabic? If you have like a like Khadija or Ruwaida or Sabira, then you tie marbuta. Who raise your hand, can see? So what about the rest of you? Are you masculine? What if your name is Zainab and then you're like, where's Zainab? Not here. So you see the problem. So the other category of feminine words are feminine names or titles. For example, Maryam. You can see Maryam has no ta marbuta at the end. Or no, Maryama or Maryama. There's nothing at the end, only there's a meme at the end. So a female name is feminine. Doesn't matter what the ending is. A female name is feminine, doesn't matter what the ending is. Zainab, Maryam. No, a female name is feminine. All good so far? Also a female title. What's a female title? Like how do you say mother in Arabic? What's a mother in Arabic? An Ummi means my mother, and this mother means So ends with what? With a meme. Ends with a meme. So if you have is going to be also feminine. What do you call a sister in Arabic? Ukht. Ukhti. Ukhti means my sister. Ukht is a sister. Ukhtun is a sister. So a female title is also feminine. We all good so far? Are you okay so far? Another one. Don't ask me why, but that's how Arabic is. Any dual body part. When I say dual, now that's a bit clever now. I say, what if the man only has one hand? I'm saying that a normal person who has all the body parts, anything that is dual, like yadun, hand, is feminine. What else do? Ainun, eye, is feminine. Like udhunun, ear, is feminine. Rijlun, your foot, is feminine. Any dual body part is feminine. Why? I don't know. It just is. Okay. You are good so far? Final category is what we called deemed feminine. Means what? There are just certain words in Arabic that the Arabs just make it feminine. We don't know why, just that's the way we found the language. For example, the word narun. What does narun mean? Means a fire. Narun is a feminine word. Why? Because the Arabs just make it feminine. They deem it feminine. Okay. Next one is darun. What's darun? A house. So the word dar is feminine, but the word baytun is masculine. So you're speaking about the thing, you're speaking about the word. When you use dar in Arabic, you refer to it as a female. Next one, ardun. What's ardun? You say Mother Earth, like Mother Nature. Ardun, earth or land, is feminine. Next one is what? Nafs. What's nafs? Naf can be yourself, can be your soul, can be a person also. Nafsun is feminine. What's shamsun? Sun. Because she's the light of your life. Must be feminine, eh? Shamsun is feminine. Hopefully she's a shamsun, not a narun, eh? And the last one is going to be No, not saying Jahannam. Jahannamu. Jahannam is also feminine. So what you're saying is this is a group of words in Arabic that people just deem feminine. This isn't all of them, but there's very few of them. Maybe 20 or 30 of them, words that just deem feminine. So let's reverse. What's the full gender rule? The full gender rule is by default if I come across a word. Let's come across the word masjid. Masjid. The word by default is masculine except if it has one of these endings. Does masjid have one of these endings? No. Ta marbuta at the end? No. That alif, that masjidah? No. That one? No. Or except if it's a female name. Is anybody's name masjid here? No, it's not a female name. Or except it's a dual body part. It's not a dual body part. Or except it's deemed feminine, it's not here. Therefore masjid is masculine. So you understand what I mean by default? The default is masculine except if you have these categories. What are they again? What's the first category? What's the first whole category? It must have a feminine ending. Feminine ending. There must be an ending thing at the end. What's at the end? Three things. Either a ta marbuta, the most common one, or yeah, with no dots, or the alif with the hamza. What's the second column? A female name or female title. Zainab, Hind, Ukht and so on. What's the third one? Any body parts which are dual, aynun, udhunun, rijlun, yadun. And what's the fourth one? Those things which are deemed feminine. Give me some words of deemed feminine. Jahannam, what else? Narun, what else? Shamsun, what else? Ardun, what else? Nafsun, Darun. Those are all the ones. Are you all good so far? Here's my workbook now. Okay, Bismillah. What we're going to do is I'm going to do more teaching at the beginning because there's a nikah at 9:30. And they actually said you're all invited. At 9:30 there's a nikah here. So what I'm going to teach until 9:30. And 9:30 to 10 you'll just find a spot and do some work until break time, inshallah. Okay, good question. Are those the only words deemed feminine? No, there are a few others. There are a few others, but not too many. Let's say I think there's probably 20 or 25 in total that are deemed feminine. Okay. But those are the most common ones that you get. Okay. Okay, it doesn't take too long for you to do now. Okay, Charlie, you can do it quickly. In your groups quickly. You can just say 4 things about these words. What's the hal? What's the definiteness? What's the gender? And what's the meaning? Okay, in your groups quickly, inshallah, each one gets a turn. Groups of 3 or 4, each one gets a turn. What's the hal, definiteness, gender, and the meaning? When I say meaning, I say the something, a something. Just translate it accurately, inshallah. Tutors, make sure they're in the groups, inshallah. Okay, Bismillah. Bismillah. Just you know what's going on more or less. It must become almost boring. Like almost like autopilot. Inshallah. You mustn't be rough, nas, jar, ma'rifa, nakira, mudhakar, mu'annath, quick, inshallah. Okay. New concept. This is the last thing we're going to learn about the ism. We're learning 4 things about the ism. We learned 3 so far. Number 4 is about the number. But let's leave all that now. We're just going to do for in Arabic, muthanna. Okay. So what do you see on the screen there? What do you see on the screen? You see a pen. In Arabic, a pen is what? Qalam. You see a pen. How many pens do you see now? 1. No. Now, that is qalamun. Then on the right hand side, how many pens do you see? So how do I say that in Arabic? I mean in English. 2 pens. You agree with me? They say a pen or 1 pen. They say 2 pens. And if there were 3 pens. And if there were 4 pens. Okay. Now Arabic is a bit different. I mean you still count 1, 2, 3, 4. But Arabic is different. If I have 1, it's qalamun. But if I have 2 pens, I don't say ithnain qalamun. What does ithnain mean? 2. So you think now 2 pens, ithnain qalamun. So in Arabic you don't ever say ithnain qalamun. Because there's a special word for 2 in Arabic, and you make that word qalamani. We'll say it together. Or qalamaini. All together? Say those 2 together. Qalamani, qalamaini. What does qalamani mean? 2 pens. What does qalamani mean? 2 pens. What does qalamaini mean? 2 pens. So still 2. So qalamani means what? 2 pens. What does qalamaini mean? 2 pens. You're good so far? Okay. Next one. What do you see on the screen there? A house. What do you call a house in Arabic? Darun or Baytun. A house. So what do you see on the right hand side there? 2 houses. In English you call it 2 houses. What do you think you call it in Arabic? If 1 column was a pen was 1 column and 2 columns was qalamani, what do you think bayt's going to be? Baytani. Or qalamun, qalamani, qalamaini. Or baytani, baytaini. You say this together? Baytani, baytaini. All good so far? All good. Next one. What do you see on the screen there? Kitabun. Let's say al-kitab. Just to change up a bit. Let's say the book. Al-kitabu. What do you see there? Let's say the 2 books. The 2 books. Now how do I say the 2 books in Arabic? Al-kitabani. Al-kitabaini. Al-kitabani. Al-kitabaini. So what did you learn now? You learned that if you want to make a word dual means 2 things. If you want to make a word dual in Arabic, what do you add? Ani or aini. How do I say 2 masjids? Masjidani or masjidaini. How do I say 2 doors? Bab. Babani. Babaini. How do I say 2 messengers? Rasul. Rasulani. Rasulaini. Remember you must add ani and you must add aini. With your partners quickly. Bismillah. Make all of those dual. With your partners quickly, make all of those dual. After each other. Make those dual quickly with your partners. Okay, Bismillah, let's go through this inshallah. All we're doing is what? We're adding ani and we're adding aini. What's a jabal? A jabal is a mountain, like Jabal Uhud. It's a mountain. How do I say two mountains in Arabic? Jabalani and Jabalaini. Jabalani, Jabalaini. A bab is a door. How do I say two doors? Babani, Babaini. Yadun is a hand. I say two hands. Yadani and Yadaini. Good. Muslimun is a Muslim. I say two Muslims. Muslimani, Muslimaini. And the final one, Jannatun. I say two Jannahs, two gardens. Jannatani, Jannataini. The only trick there is ta marbuta. Only trick is you just open the ta. Can you see there? Jannah, you make it a normal ta. Because you can't have ta marbuta in the middle of a word. So Jannatani and Jannataini. Any questions? We're all good? We're all good. Now what question are you going to ask me next? When ani, when aini, all that thing. Okay, we'll get there inshallah. No. Nasim must give me the tablet there? Okay. Just bring the tablet there. It is there? Okay, okay. The question becomes? No. So the question is, if a word becomes dual, it doesn't become feminine. It just depends what the original one was. So, for example, here, which of these words are feminine? Which of these words are feminine? You should see two there. The one is Jannatun, and the other one is Yadun, dual body part. So those will just remain feminine. You with me? Because those are of those categories. Okay. So in other words, if I have ta marbuta here, that's feminine. Then if that becomes Jannatani, Jannataini, that's also feminine. Because this is the ta marbuta which is being extended. Okay, good question. Jabalun is raf. What happened to Jabalani, Jabalaini? Okay, so it's Bismillah. To answer your question, I got the slide already. Now, you can preempt. Now, okay. Go back. Let's go back. What are the headings there? Raf'un, Nasbun, jarrun. If I have the word a mufrad means a singular word. Singular, like one thing. For example, the word Muslim. I want to make the word Muslim raf'un, what do? Becomes what? Raf'un becomes Muslimun. Raf'un. If I want to make it nasbun, it becomes what? Musliman. If I want to make it jarrun, it becomes what? Muslimin. You say those two together? Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. If it had to be Rasul, it would be what? Rasulun, Rasulan, Rasulin. Masjid, Masjidun, Masjidan, Masjidin. Kitab, Bait. Okay, good. You come Al-Baytun, right? Al-Baytu, Al-Bayta, Al-Bayti. Okay, read it now. Next one is what? Say this word together here. Muthanna. All together? Again? Muthanna simply means dual. Dual. Okay. Now, I'll give you the first one. Muslimani means what? What does Muslimani mean? Two Muslims. But that Muslimani goes under which column? It goes under the Raf'un column. Can you see? You can see the Raf'un column. Because basically I have to plot this onto the columns now. You with me, sir? Next one. What's the other dual? Muslimani and Muslimaini. Under the Nasb column, I have Muslimaini. But now I'm out of duals. So what do I do now? So Muslimani means two Muslims in Raf'un. Like Muslimun means what? Muslimun means one Muslim and it's in Raf'un. Musliman means one Muslim in Nasbun. And Muslimin means one Muslim in Jarrun. Now Muslimani means how many Muslims? Two Muslims in Raf'un. And Muslimaini means what? Two Muslims in Nasbun. What about Jarrun? What do you think? What do you think? How do you make 2 into 3? How do you make 2 into 3? It's very simple. Can you see the word Muslimaini there? Are you looking? You can copy, paste. Muslimaini. Okay, finish. Okay. So what do we learn here? That if you come across the word Muslimani, reading the Quran, Allah says Jannatani. Allah says, okay, I can't think of more now. And then if you come across any ani, it is raf'un. If you come across an aini, it is either nasbun or jarrun. You with me? So if I ask you what hal is Muslimani in, what are you going to say? Altogether, what hal is Muslimani in? Raf'un. What hal is Muslimaini in? Nasbun or jarrun. Not and, or. Because it can only be in one of the two. One of the two. Okay. Okay, Safa? I know some of you wondering now, why all things, what is this? When do I use aini, ani, hal, ai? Don't worry, once you finish a section in about 2 or 3 weeks time, then everything will become clear like a magical picture. We'll all come together and be, oh, that's why we did hal. That will all make sense. Okay? It's almost like you're teaching someone to read, I must read A, B, C, D. Why am I doing A, B, C, D? Only come to cat sit on the mat and, oh, that's why I did A, B, C, D. Okay, so just like relax, don't worry. I know you're itching like, why? Ani, aini, maraj al-bahrani, you know, what's happening? No. Okay. What do we learn? We learn two things today. Summary, two things. To make a dual, what do you add to the end of the word? You add ani or you add aini. First thing. So you can immediately see if a word is dual if ani or aini has been added to it. Added to it. You with me? It must be added to it. It mustn't be part of the original word. For example, the word shaitan. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani. Ash-shaytani. How many shaitans are there? I seek refuge in Allah minash shaitani. How many shaitans are shaitani? Is shaitani one shaitan or two shaitans? Is shaitan one shaitan or two shaitans? Ash-shaytani ani. It's one shaitan. Why? Because ani hasn't been added to the word. You don't say like there's a shait and there's a shait and there's a shait and there's two of them shaitani. You with me? You don't look for a'udhu billahi minash shaits. No. Shaitani is the word. So how do I make two shaitans? You add ani aini. Shaitan nani shaitan naini. You with me? You must add ani or aini to it. Must be part of the word. Like Quran. Yasin wal Qur'ani. You can't say Qur'ani and must you. The ani must be added to the word. You must have the word like masjid or the word Rasul. You must have the whole word. Then you add ani aini, it becomes dual. Okay, not any ani aini just, because you're going to have lots of problems. Okay. That's plural. We'll get there inshallah, that's plural. Oh, that's the end. Are you okay so far? Okay, let's take out your workbook just to make sure you're okay. Take out your workbook to make sure that you are okay. We will do it verbally, inshallah. We will do it verbally. Verbally. Sahibun. So we will say the mufrad, the singular. We will say the two duals verbally. Bismillah, sahibun all together. Sahibun, sahibani, sahibaini. Next one. Rasulun, rasulaini. Sorry, 1.6, eh? 1.6. We'll put 1.6, page number 7. Next one, number 3. Altogether, al-adhabu, al-adhabani, al-adhabaini. Next one, narun, narani, naraini. Naharun, okay, say the mufrad first. Al-yawmu to first the mufrad. Al-yawmu together. Al-yawmu, al-yawmani, al-yawmaini. Next one. Shamsun, shamsani, shamsaini. Next one. Al-qamaru, al-qamarani, al-qamaraini. Next one. Naharun. Next one. Ardun, ardani, ardaini. Next one. Hasanatani, hasanataini. Next one. Sa'atun, sa'atani, sa'ataini. Next one. Al-kalimatu, al-kalimatani, al-kalimataini. Next one. Jannatun, jannatani, jannataini. Next one. Bayyinatun, No. Just turn the page quickly, turn the page. Just go to that, page number 9, exercise 1.8. So what you're doing now is you're tuning your mind to ani aini. When you see ani aini, what do you think? Dual. So when you read the ayah there, Allah says, A'udhu billahi shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, 1.8, Rabbul mashriqaini wa Rabbul maghribain. So which word there is dual? Al-mashriqaini, al-maghribaini. What hal is al-mashriqaini in and al-maghribaini? Nasbun or jarrun. Put al-mashriqaini into raf'un. Al-mashriqani. Put al-maghribaini into raf'un. Al-maghribani. What does al-mashriq? Rabb means Lord. What does al-mashriq mean? Al-mashriq means the place where the sun rises, or refers to the east, the rising place of the sun. So what do you think Rabbul Mashriqain means? The Lord of what? Mashriq is one place where the sun rises. What's Mashriqaini? The two easts, the two places where the sun rises. Main tafsir about it, but one tafsir is that the seasons, you find that in summer the sun rises from a different place than in winter. It's like a big difference, if you didn't know. And what's al-mashriqaini? Mashriq is where the sun sets, or the west. So what is Mashriq? Maghrib. Therefore there's a country in Africa called Maghrib. Which country is that? Which country in Arabic is called Al-Maghrib? Morocco. Morocco's name in Arabic is called Al-Maghrib. Why? Because Morocco, if you look at the map, Morocco's on the west side. That's where the sun sets. So they call it Al-Maghrib. Al-Maghrib. So what's Al-Maghribaini? If Maghrib means west, what does Al-Maghribaini mean? The two west. So this here, Rabbul Mashriqaini wa Rabbul Maghribaini means the Lord of the two east and the Lord of the two west. Next one, Maraj al-Bahrani yaltaqiyan. Maraj al-Bahrain. Maraj al-Bahrain yaltaqiyan. Which word ends with an or aini there? Al-Bahraini. Al-Bahraini. Bahr means an ocean. So what is the meaning of Al-Bahraini? Two oceans. So Maraj al-Bahraini means, Maraja means to set loose. Allah sets loose, sets free. Al-Bahraini, the two oceans. Yaltaqiyani also ends with ani, but just make a note, Yaltaqiyani is a verb. So don't worry about that, putting brackets down, that's a verb. We're dealing with isms now. Normally a verb, you'll see it starts with a ya or ta most times, but you'll get used to it inshallah. It's a verb. Naam. Next one. Sanafrughu lakum ayyuha thaqalani. Which word there is dual? Athaqalani is dual. Athaqalani is dual. Thaqal means something which is heavy. A heavy thing is a thaqal. What does thaqalani mean? The two heavy things. What that means, many tafsirs, one tafsir means man and jinn. Athaqalani. وَمِن دُونِهِمَا جَنَّتَانِ. وَمِن and from بدونهما below it جَنَّتَانِ. Which word is dual there? Jannatani means what? Two gardens, two gardens. People can inshallah two jannas in Jannah. Jannatani. What hal is Jannatani in? I repeat, if you see a dual with ani, it is always raf'un. If it's aini, it is nasbun or jarrun. Later on you will know which one it is of the two. You know which one it is of the two later on. Mudhammatani. Mudhama means something which is like deep green, dark green. So what's mudhamatani? Two dark green things, referring to two lush gardens of paradise. Next one. فيهما عينان نضاختان. Which words there are ani? Aynani. Ayn means an eye, and ayn also means a spring. So what's aynani? Two springs. Nadakhatani. Nadakhati means gushing forth. So it means two gushing forth things. Two gushing forth things. You're good so far. You're basically tuning your mind to see things that you didn't see before. In fact, when you first listen to Quran, you don't even know where the word stops and starts. You just hear a lot of sounds that goes up and down. So as you carry on now, what you're going to start hearing, oh, the word is stopping there and the word is starting there. Then you start hearing, oh, that's a ani, that's a aini. Oh, that is raf, nasb, jar. Oh, that is ma'arifa, nakira. And so as you, every week you come, and then you're hopefully listening to more Quran, reading more Quran, more things will start appearing to you. Like it's being uncovered. Uncovered. Okay. Homework. So homework, I don't know whether the nikah is supposed to be 9:30, but maybe they couldn't find parking, so, so maybe they parked in the island, so they were walking down the rail, they're coming. So I don't know who's coming now, they might come in any time. So let me give you your homework, inshallah. Your homework is you must mark worksheet 1.5, right? Mark worksheet 1.5. You got the answer sheet. Mark 1.5. You obviously can't mark homework you didn't do. But that's an obvious thing to say, right? So mark worksheet 1.5. Then you're going to do worksheet 1.6. What you're going to do, you're just going to write in the duals. The ani aini. If you don't know how to join, it's fine. Just join like you want to. I don't mind how you join like this. It's fine. Just join like ever you want to. It's fine. Bismillah. And then, if you look at worksheet 1.7, we have a table like this on the screen in 1.7. Let's read the first table, Muslimun together. Muslimun all together. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. Again. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. That's for single words. For the dual words, Bismillah. Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini. Let's do the next table. Salihun, Salihun, Salihani, Salihaini, Salihaini. Next one. Al-Muslimu, Al-Muslimani, Al-Muslimaini, Al-Muslimaini. As-Salihu, okay, homework is to complete the table. In other words, write the blocks in white and the blocks in grey at the bottom too. Also write the headings in. The headings, Raf'un, Nasbun, Jarrun, write Mufrad, Muthanna. Just complete the whole 1.7. Okay. And then finally, your last homework. No, but 1.7 is quick, man. It's a quick one. That's chips, you know. 1.8. 1.8 is a nice one. All you must do is you must just read the ayah and underline the dual words. So Rabbul Mashriqain wa Rabbul Maghribain, you're going to underline Mashriqain, you're going to underline Maghribain, and you write a hal on top. What hal is right on top of Mashriqain? Al-Mashriqaini, what hal is right on top of the Nasbun slash Jarrun, Nasbun or Jarrun. That's all you must do for Surah Al-Kahf and Surah Al-Rahman. You can ignore the words beginning with a ya wa ta. You can ignore the words because those are mostly verbs beginning with a ya or ta. Allah. Do we have announcements, Tariq?
Try to finish in a second before 10
What?
because load shedding.
Okay. Before we start, I've got to tell you a very important rule is that once you join Mizan, then one of the rules we have is that never are you or any of your family members allowed to have a nikah here on Sunday. Otherwise, we're going to expel you from the class. Okay, so if you join Mizan and spread the word that you and your family members never have a nikah here on a Sunday morning. Except December is holidays, you can check with us when you plan your nikah. Inshallah, alhamdulillah. Now we accommodate the nikah, it just caused a bit of disturbance to the logistics, but alhamdulillah, we do try to accommodate them as much as possible, inshallah. I'm just joking if the people of the nikah are here, no? I don't know if they are here, but I'm just joking. No. I mustn't make jokes so people take it seriously. Okay. And no other announcements. We didn't go hiking because it just didn't happen, but we'll go hike soon, inshallah. And also, those of you who come late, inshallah, I really urge you, the class at 8 o'clock is a really good class. Even if you missed this week, I guarantee you come next week, the class at 8 o'clock. Why? Because it's a collective class, so you don't have to feel shy. If you can't read, if your lagu is not so right, it doesn't matter. It's a big class, so you won't feel intimidated. It's a collective class. But what happens actually is that I know about this, is that we feel uncomfortable with Arabic. You with me? You feel like uncomfortable, like your worst nightmare is someone tells you to bacha in the dhikr. They give you the Quran, they to bacha. That's like your worst, like your qiyamah, that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, brothers, no? Because we have to like mime sometimes. You know, the dhikr is going, you must... You exercise stickies in between. I know how it goes. So we feel uncomfortable with Arabic. So what happens is the collective memorization class is there to make us more comfortable with saying the word, with saying it properly, with reciting from memory. Sometimes you lead salah, you can say was-sama idhatil buruj, you can say it with confidence. You with me? So you can learn the surah properly from memory. So my advice to you, especially if you're first year, is come to the class at 8 o'clock. If you miss this class, we'll have it online, you can do it at home, you can catch up. But come to the class at 8 o'clock, it makes a big difference to your Arabic experience. Yeah, we will sort that inshallah. Okay. Next announcement, just to remember the brothers, the 13th of, we're going to see another marketing soon, 13th of March is the camp inshallah, 13th to the 15th. It's unmissable. Except if you miss it, then you missed it. But it's unmissable in terms of, it's really a beautiful experience. It's a unique experience. And it's a comfortable experience. It's a very easy, comfortable space. And it's a good space inshallah. We're camping in Villiers-Dorp. SOS camp in Villiers-Dorp. We normally 130, 140 people go camping. Mizan and non-Mizan also. So you can send your husbands, your brothers, whoever you want to send inshallah. You can send to the camp. We also encourage fathers to bring their sons also. Not too small sons, say from 9, 10 years old up. Manage themselves. A father and son camp also. And our program at the camp, we'll show some videos inshallah and some pictures. But it's a beautiful program of like team building and nasiha and dhikr and hiking and swimming and just from Friday evening until Sunday before lunch we end, inshallah. It will be on the 13th to the 15th. You'll get the details. I'm just telling you so you can start booking it out into your diary, inshallah. Was a question? Oh. The costing, we will confirm the cost, but the cost last year was 620 Rand for the camp. The cost last year was 620. It will be pretty much similar again this year. But the camp really, some of the camp has changed lives. Some people have come to Mizan because of they spent the weekend at the camp. It's a beautiful experience to be at the camp. Alhamdulillah, we have a good time also. It's a more very relaxed environment as well. Now, I'll end with I'll do some nasiha now, and then if there's a few minutes left, you can do your exercise, inshallah. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam wa Rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi man wala. In the last lesson, what did we speak about? Ala wa inna fil jasadi mudghah. Remember? Ala wa inna fil jasadi mudghah. Behold, verily in the body there is a mudghah. There is a piece of flesh. إذا صلحت, if it becomes sound, صلح الجسد كله, then the entire being becomes sound. وإذا فسدت, and if it becomes corrupt, the entire being becomes corrupt. ألا وهي القلب, behold, it is the heart. I want to maybe just emphasize again, what do I mean by the heart? I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. An example is, your mind knows that if you're lying in bed and you're nice and tired and warm and comfortable, your mind knows that if you hear the Fajr Adhan, what's your body supposed to do? Go back to sleep. Put in your earplugs. No. Your mind knows, like once your mind, your logic knows that I'm a believer. When the Adhan calls for prayer, I must go pray. You with me? So your mind knows what's right and wrong. It's not news to you what's right and wrong. You, especially brothers, you've been to maybe how many Jummas already? You're a Jummah Mufti. You've been to 1,000 Jummas. You heard all the stuff already. Your mind knows basically, mashallah, you've been to madrasa, you know what's right and wrong. But whether you choose right or choose wrong, it's not an intellectual exercise. It's actually to do with the state of your heart. So there are people whose mind knows what is right and wrong, and their hearts are pure, and their hearts are illuminated, and their hearts are soft. So when it's time to do the right thing, they do the right thing. Because their hearts are illuminated by Allah. Their hearts are guided. They have taqwa in their quloob. You with me? And there are us, many of us, we are struggling. That sometimes when the right thing comes, we do it, and sometimes we don't do it, depending on the state of our heart. And there are people who are completely closed, completely sealed. Don't even talk to them about the right thing. Don't even talk to them about a Lord, a God. Don't even talk to them about a Sharia, a way to live your life. They are in complete rebellion against that. No one tells me how to live my life. I will live my life. The heart are completely sealed. So this is the state of our heart. I want to emphasize this because don't forget about the journey of the heart. With all our bombardment of information, we forget about the transformation of the heart. That if the information just resides here, no matter how much Quran, Hadith, Nahu, Sarf, translation you know, there's no impact. It has to descend into the heart. Therefore, Imam Malik famously said that لَيْسَ الْعِلْمُ بِكَثْرَةِ الرِّوَايَاتِ, that ilm, knowledge, is not lots of riwayat, able to narrate lots of things. وَلَكِنَّ الْعِلْمَ ilm is nurun, that Allah placed in the heart of a believer. That true knowledge is nur, which Allah places in the heart of a believer. So again, I remind us, there's an assault on the heart. Your heart's being attacked from all directions. There's someone in your heart sitting here, not in your heart, in your chest, sitting here. He's called what? Al-Waswasul Khannas. The one who's Al-Waswas. He keeps whispering to you. Al-Khannas. He comes back and he goes and he comes back and he goes all the time, continuously whispering to you. Al-Khannas. This is happening in your heart. Happening in your heart. So the success of us is actually the success of our hearts. And if you don't deal with that question in your life, you're not dealing with your life. You with me? If you're working out your physical body, you're not dealing with, that's fine, you can work out your physical body, but you have to work out your spiritual body. You can work out your mental body, you can get a degree and university and study courses, and all of those are good. But if you're not working on your heart, you're actually missing the essence of life. And normally back in the day, people used to live with their shuyukh, talking about now hundreds of years ago or 200 years ago, they used to live with their shuyukh, not so much to learn knowledge and, yes, mostly a lot to learn knowledge, but they had shuyukh of tarbiyah, who used to be the shuyukh of their hearts. So in Islam, you actually have two teachers. Every believer should actually have two teachers. That can be in one person or two people, but you should have a shaykhul ilm, a person who teaches you knowledge about Islam, about your life, about Quran, about Hadith, and you should have a shaykhul tarbiyah, a person who takes you and makes tarbiyah of your heart. You know with me? Sometimes those two can be one person, but sometimes they're two separate people. If you can't find a shaykhul tarbiyah, at least be in good company of people who have good tarbiyah. You know, at least be in good company, so that good company can teach us how to fashion ourselves. Because good tarbiyah actually comes from the heart. May Allah give us good tarbiyah. Akhlaq, beautiful character, it emanates from the heart. Next thing I want to discuss is the ruh. Why I'm discussing this is because once you understand yourself, who I am, it's much easier to navigate your space in the world. So Allah says in the A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rabbuka lil malaikati, and when your Lord said to the malaika, to the angels, Allah gives you a scene from the beginning of time. A scene from the beginning of time. And this scene is not a speculative scene. It's not a maybe scene. It's a definite scene. Because it comes from the only one who has definite knowledge, which is Allah. And He tells you about the past. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي verily I, Allah, خَالِقٌ بَشَرًا مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَئٍ masnoon. Verily I am going to make a bashar, a person, from some clay that is from mud which has been standing for a long time. Some mud which has been standing for a long time. Like from clay. Then Allah says, فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ, and He's speaking to who? The malaika. Allah says, فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ, then when I have fashioned this being, وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ, can you see nafakhtu? Like fa'altu. What does fa'altu mean? Fa'altu, what does it mean? I did. So what does nafakhtu mean? Nafakha means to blow. Allah is telling the angels, فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ, when I have fashioned this being, I have formed this being, this human being, وَنَفَخْتُ, and I have blown فِيهِ, into this being, min ruhi, from a spirit of mine, from a ruh of mine. فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ, then all of you angels, when I do that, قَعُوا, you angels, you must fall down to this human being, and you must fall down in prostration. A prostration of respect and honor, not of worship, because we only prostrate to Allah for worship. What's Allah speaking about? The creation of man, the creation of Nabi Adam. Can you reflect on how close intimate those words are? Allah is saying, I'm going to fashion him. Then I'm going to nafakhtu fihi min ruhi, I'm going to blow in him from a ruh of mine. So if you think about your own breath, if you blow, your breath is the closest thing to you, but it's not you. You with me? So we don't say there's a part of Allah, Nabi Adam, but there's something close which Allah created. Like your breath is very close to you. It's not you though. And Allah blows this thing into Nabi Adam. This thing is called a ruh. And when does Allah tell the angels to prostrate? Only after the ruh is blown in. So therefore your honor as a human being is not because of your physical body. It's not because of your physical senses. It's not because of your rational ability. Your honor as a human being, the only reason you are deemed a human being and superior to all other creation is because you have a ruh. And I have to think about the ruh. Where did the body come from in this ayah? Allah took some mud that has been standing and some clay and He mixed it and He made it. So your body is from the earth. But where's the ruh from? It's from Allah. It's not from this world. So it's a strange thing, human beings, because you are partly from this world and you are partly not from this world. Part of you is from clay and part of you is ruh. And the more important part is the ruh. Because animals also from clay. Clay is from clay. فَسَجْدَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ كُلُّهُمْ أَجْمَعُونَ. And then the angels all fell prostrate except Iblis. Okay. I want to mention this why? Because I want to emphasize that all of you, when did you receive your, Nabi Adam got his ruh like that? When did you get your ruh? When you were conceived, you had no ruh. You were just a little clot. When did you get your ruh? When did you get your ruh? There's some difference in the Mufassirun, some say 40 days and some say 120 days. There's some ikhtilaf. But after a number of days, an angel comes down. Allah sends an angel, it happens to all of you. Allah sends an angel, and the angel comes down and actually brings your ruh and goes into the womb of the mother and inserts a ruh into that being. Comes a hadith, authentic hadith. So what's profound? You're born from conception of normal human beings, human means. But your ruh is something which is out of this world. It's brought down from a realm, out of this realm, and it's placed inside you. And then you are actually a human being when the ruh comes down. So what do we have now? We have the clay culture. The clay culture. You see the clay culture? You see the clay culture? Clay culture like this, all day. People have become obsessed with the clay beings. They have defined their life by their clay. And the thing about clay is that clay is sustained from things from clay. Clay, your clay being, wants food. Where does the food come from? From the ground. Your clay being wants some bricks and some metal and shape the metal. Where does the metal come from? Where does the bricks come from? From the ground. Whatever your clay being wants comes from clay. But your ruh being can never be sustained from clay. Because your ruh doesn't come from this world and will only be sustained from things out of this world. Like what? The remembrance of the one that is beyond this world. The recitation of the one whose book is sent from beyond this world. This is how your being, your ruh is sustained. So we have a culture now where the clay is being fed and the ruh is being starved. The clay is being fed and fed and fed and fed. The clay is so fed it's filled up. Filled up. And no matter how much you fill it wants more and more and more. More and more and more. And the ruh is being starved. And I fear that we as believers, we buy into this narrative. We also want to now be a clay being and show how successful clay we are. What's that about? Who cares? Why is it so important to see what you had for supper? Why must I see what you had for supper? Eat your food. You're not going to show me after supper what happened. Why are you showing me before supper? What's wrong? It's become such an insanity now. We even like taking a photo of our food. Because you want to show off your clay. Muslims need to liberate their minds from these things. Just because a whole social culture and trend is happening, we don't buy into that narrative. We buy into the narrative that your iman comes first, that your akhlaq comes first, that the state of your heart comes first. That is your being connected to Allah, is your being in the service of Allah's creation. You with me? That's our standard. If you want to put something on Instagram or Facebook, show how much you are worshipping Allah and how much you are serving Allah's creation to make da'wah. That is what you're going to spread. That's the way of the believer. We're not going to perpetuate a myth and perpetuate an illusion and delusion. Never. So part of this journey is at liberation. Because in the end you stand before Allah. And you stand before Allah literally naked. Literally naked. The hadith says that men will, and women will be barefoot, even uncircumcised. Standing before Allah naked, nothing. All you have is your actions. All that clay that you had is stripped away. Gone. And you just stand before Allah with your actions. And Allah looks at you, Allah says, what did you do with your life? So rather answer that question now than waste your life and wake up in your deathbed and then want to go make tawbah and then stand before Allah and say, Ya Allah, I wasted my life. Last thing I want to say about this is that we are actually beings of honor. People have all the self-esteem issues, people don't value themselves. You are beings of honor in Allah's eyes. Because Allah chose you to give a ruh to. And you're such an honored being that Allah told Malaika to prostrate to your father Adam. In the eyes of Allah, Allah created the entire world for your service. Everything in this world is created to serve you. The animals serve you, the plants serve you, this entire dunya is there to serve you. This is your honor in the sight of Allah, in the eyes of Allah. We have to become an ummah who have honor and dignity. Must have honor and dignity. I am an honored being in front of you, Allah. That's our ummah. Because honor and dignity is something which is being lost completely. Baseness is becoming the norm. People are becoming proud to be a dishonorable. It's becoming the norm. We are beings of honor. So some reflection this week, inshallah. Also with the kids, also spread this message. Your children have to know inside of them they have two hearts. Tell your children they have two hearts. My child, my son, my daughter, you have a heart which is beating in your heart and you have a spiritual heart. Teach your children about this. From young, from 3, 4 years old, 2 years old, they must know about their spiritual heart. And when your child sits next to you, even if they're 4 years old, they're making salah, you praise them and say that your spiritual heart is beaming. When they share something with their sister or their brother, your spiritual heart is being illuminated by Allah. When you do something wrong, you're getting some dust on your heart, do something good to cleanse your heart. Give your children a spiritual education from young already. From young already. And your ruh also. Tell your children not from this world. That they are children of Jannah. They come from Jannah, the ruh comes from Jannah and they're going to return to Jannah. Jannah is their true home. Tell them from 2, 3 years old, inshallah. May Allah give us pure hearts. Ameen. May Allah guide our hearts. Allahu. Ameen. Alhamdulillah, the nikah has arrived, so you're on time for break. So break, inshallah, we'll come back at hopefully 10:30. But if I could ask all the females to please go on break, because they're having the nikah. Yeah, inshallah, we're back at 10:30. Barakallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.